Wait, I can actually play the elevator music because I remember where the download is now. Relatively Productive is 1 year old.
Yeah, I cannot believe it's been 1 year. And 14 episodes? 13 episodes, I guess. Is 14 part of season 2 or season 1? I don't know. Do we even have seasons? I don't know.
No, we don't.
We just have one
I don't think.
big flow of consciousness.
One long ramble that never stops, basically.
It's been a great year, I think. Well, no, it's been a rough year, but we managed to pull out 14 episodes. I don't know how we did, but we did. That's more than one episode a month.
Yeah.
That I think. I can't even remember what we originally committed to. It's changed so much along the best effort.
Yeah,
I think is what we committed to.
Yeah, it's like there will be episodes eventually
on a schedule. The schedule might not make sense, but there is a schedule.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to another year, I guess.
Yeah.
200 episodes.
And exactly. Oh no.
I saw that hashtag. I saw it and I was like, oh, we said that, didn't we?
We did. There's ample evidence for it, so it's gonna have to happen. Okay, let me start looking at your links here. The method for organizing digital information. Wanna tell me about Para?
Yeah, so Para.
Sure.
Sorry, Afrikaans joke. Para is projects, areas, resources, and archives. It's just a way of organizing digital data. So the idea is just basically that you have those 4 segments and you have that across all of your projects. Sorry, not all of your projects, but all of your digital
stuff.
Yeah, so your to-do list, your folder structure, your everything. You'll always have either all of them or some of them. So a project is a series of tasks linked to a goal with a deadline. We have spoken in the past about areas of responsibility.
Yeah.
So that's like a time tracking bucket and those kind of things. So it's a sphere of activity with a standard to be maintained over time. And then a resource is just a topic or a theme of ongoing interest. And archives is anything out of the other categories you don't care about anymore. You just want to archive it. This is also, it kind of ties in with the knowledge base stuff that I'm still researching, which is I've now defined as a resource. It's an ongoing interest of mine. Okay. Whereas I've always tried to classify that as a project. And it never quite gelled in my mind. So this was something I came across, and it's just a way to logically split things that makes a little bit more sense, I guess. It's just I've never made the distinction between what's a project and what's just a resource, like a reference resource. So I've started in my systems to kind of think about that in a more clear manner, and how do I distinguish between the two. So I don't follow this system to the T. I just put it in there to scan through if you may be interested in scanning through it. Just because it puts some things into words that I haven't seen someone else describe in this manner for some of the stuff, and I just made some of the ways that I think about data a bit more clearer in my mind. So yeah, it was just one of those refreshing reads that I came across. I cannot vouch for this guy's entire system, I guess. He's selling stuff on the side as well. I didn't even look at that. Like, I'm literally just talking about this one page where he outlined these 4 things.
The structure. Yeah.
Yeah, the structure of things. There was one thing in here that was actually pretty interesting So he says what most people find is that they don't completely match. This is for projects and goals.
Yeah.
Basically, he says this is problematic because a project without a corresponding goal is known as a hobby. And I've never thought of it like that. If you've got a project with no goal, it's literally just a hobby.
That is true.
Because you've got to be doing it for fun then.
That's a good.
And the other thing is then if you've got a goal without a corresponding project, that's called a dream. So if you just have this goal and you're not planning something towards it, that's just a dream.
I knew I had a dream. I just didn't know how to define it. Thanks, Kai.
Yeah. Those 2 sentences and this thing kind of has also made it worth a read for me. I was like, I've never thought of it that way. It's pretty interesting if you think of it that way.
That's very cool, yeah. definitely go read through the whole thing and make some sense out of it. I've never thought to define anything as a resource per se.
Yeah.
But it does make sense.
Yeah, me neither. It does make a lot of sense because there's a lot of stuff that's, might be related to a project.
Yeah. It's project adjacent.
Yeah, it's project adjacent. Like it's just research, It's literally all it is. And so I've started to think about how that looks, and then that got me into I got it further down in our notes, I think, but I don't want to get into the whole personal knowledge management stuff today. It's just too much, but it got me into the train of PKBs and Zettelkastens and all of that stuff. And it's a mountain.
Yep. Big topic to take on eventually.
That is something we do need to discuss.
I can see so, yeah. There's so many going on here in this document.
You want to get into automation next, or do you want to get into themes?
I think let's follow up with themes first, and then we can go to automation. Or we can leave the automation for the extravaganza part 2.
I think we should do extravaganza part 2 because I have a lot I want to discuss on automation. Cool. There's so many new tools that I found that I want to dig into. I don't know if you've checked out the stuff.
I've checked out some of them, but not all of them.
Okay, cool. Because there's some freaking cool stuff that I found that I did not I didn't know they existed, and it takes Siri shortcuts to the next level. Like, it is insane. Anyway, let's get into themes. That's actually what we want to get into.
Okay, so yearly themes. For whoever didn't listen to the previous one or recap, since it may or may not have been ages since you listened to it.
Oh, you should insert a recap here because it's been so long ago.
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe this one came out before the other one. Who knows?
Ooh.
No, anyway. Where were we last time? So I asked you how to set a yearly theme and what makes a good theme. You explained to me how it works and how you approach it.
In great detail for way too long.
That's totally fine. And most importantly, I took away that a theme is not a goal, which is something I never really internalized until you explained it to me. And I went, aha! So I took that and I took your process and I distilled it down as I do in my it needs to work on one page without any formatting style.
Mm-hmm.
And I essentially came out with the year of notice, which is my theme.
Interesting. What does that mean to you?
It has got 3 main plans or goals for the year in the year of notice, which is to do with health, which is to do with building meaningful relationships, and one to do with being mindful of life and the small things. So the year of notice is sort of built on the idea of I was playing around with the observation club last year, and also where I try to be mindful of negative thoughts and speaking. So this year is going to be the combined effort of all of those little things over the past, and I'm going to try and formulate it into something more concrete in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I also set out a list of things I want to focus on in order to reach the plans or goals, of course. Some of them, such as last year, I did the reading for an hour every day. I've turned that back to 30 minutes every day, but I want it to be more difficult content. So not just random books that I read because I'm interested in them, but things that challenge me or things that I wouldn't necessarily read. And I'm also not as strict on it has to be every day. If it's weekend and I don't feel like it, it's fine. I can skip it. I want to keep on running and going to the gym or swimming at least twice a week, which I've been really good with the past couple of months. I am trying to cook for myself, which sort of feeds into one of the health club things but I got one of those meal delivery service things where they send you the ingredients. I'm not going to say the name because they seem to sponsor every single podcast ever and it's like spam. but I do have that now, and It has been genuinely great. So I'm actually cooking now.
Awesome.
Which is scary. I got the gratitude journal from Kurzgesagt, and I have been filling that in twice a week, and it's been a very interesting experience. And the final thing I want to focus on is promoting the work me and my friends do more, because I think sometimes it's difficult to get started, and a lot of my friends are scared to get started with things because they're scared it would fail or look bad if no one pays attention to it. So I sort of want to help there where I can. And something interesting that I got from the whole thinking about the year and what I want to achieve and that kind of thing is I actually defined the list. So, my list of order of things I want to spend my time on.
Right.
I actually defined the list for this year, and it is number 1 is programming, number 2 is courses, and number 3 is read, number 4 is promotion, 5 is idea formulation, which is new. It's never been in the list, so I can lay around thinking about things I want to do. Number 6 is create video type content, so I might start doing YouTube or more Twitch streaming type things. And number 7 is other, so anything else. So the most interesting thing here for me is code is number 1 and courses is number 2, where last year reading was number 1, right, and then it was courses and then it was code. So I'm back on focusing on programming first. However, I've gotten so much better in defining which things I want to work on and the scope of these things. And I think Todoist has been really great. So now whenever I get a cool idea for something to program, it goes in there first and it stays there for any amount of weeks before I start working on it. So that's like a good trimming down the requirements.
All right.
So yeah, in a nutshell, that is the whole idea of the year of notice, is noticing which things I work on, which things I want to work on, which things my friends work on, and also noticing everyday things in life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's going to be interesting.
That's very cool. You made your theme the year of observation.
Basically, I took the club even further.
No, that's really cool. No, it's I'm impressed. That's very well laid out, and I envy your clarity.
For once, I actually took time to think about it, and these things can happen.
Yeah, no, it's amazing what you can do when you actually sit down and plan things. Just think about stuff.
To be fair, last time you sent me that document that you filled in, and I did do that for 2 weeks, I think, before I started thinking about things on a document type level. And I have been doing the gratitude journal for about 2 weeks before I came down and finally decided on the year theme. So that has been helpful. But of course, we know I like things to be very basic in a way.
Simple.
Yeah, simple.
You like simple. Keep it simple.
I'm a simple man.
I wish I could keep things simple. That would have been that would be amazing, actually. I wish I could, but my brain just wants to always overcomplicate everything. I should maybe I should change my theme to the year of simple. The year of simplicity.
Ooh, see, that actually sounds good. But I'm scared if I do that, I would just live in a box in the street for a year.
I have been. So I guess, you know what? And you know what? I'm thinking about this now. I can have 2 themes.
You can. That is part of the rules.
You can have a main theme and you can have a sub theme, which is an undercurrent to your main theme. It doesn't come first, but it's the next thing you got to think about. So I think I'm going to, as my second theme, I'm going to make it the year of simplicity. I do need to simplify things a bit. And to a degree, it is what I've kind of been doing.
I mean, that's part of thinking about all the systems, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, is there anything else you want to... I don't want to jump onto my theme if you've got stuff you still want to say about your theme.
You can definitely go.
But well done, dude. Like, really well done.
Thanks for your help in helping me define and think about all these things.
No, I think you did a great job. Like, that's amazing. I'm proud. I'm really proud.
Oh, thanks.
So my theme for this year is the year of disposition.
Ooh, cool name.
So that it's one theme for 2 areas that I'm tackling. So if you look up if you look up the word disposition, it has the noun meaning, or it's got two noun meanings, which is pretty much so the one is a person's inherent qualities of mind and character, and the second one is the way in which something is placed or arranged, especially in relation to other things. So this year I'm thinking about my mental disposition and character disposition, the person that I am becoming and want to be, and also my physical spaces, where I get work done and how I get work done, and how my environments are set up for being productive. And then the undercurrent for that is systems, because putting systems in place is how you tweak and adjust your character, is by habits habits, which are just systems that you put in place. So right now it's the messy middle. all change is hard at the start, messy in the middle, and beautiful at the end.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So year of disposition for me is basically rethinking my systems around my habits and which affect me as a person and my character, and then also my physical spaces and productivity, and not just my own disposition, I guess, also my family.
Yeah.
Because everything, I've been so focused on productivity and work, and that I haven't put good systems in place for family management. So a big focus for me for right now is also just thinking about better ways to manage schedules. Also with our little one going on 4 now, there's, believe it or not, like extra activities outside of school hours now. There's birthday parties every second weekend. Schedules. Yeah, it's not just 2 schedules now, it's 3 schedules now.
It's getting much more involved.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about ways to simplify everything, all of the systems, because my wife's not very tech savvy. I mean, she knows her way around a laptop and a phone, but when she needs to make a grocery list, her go-to is all still, pen and paper on the kitchen counter. So I'm thinking about how do I make it easier for all of us without disrupting her too much as well. Let her still do that, but then take a photo and put it somewhere. Or if I can come around and take the photo and put it somewhere where, because a lot of time I'll go to the shop and I was like, oh, now the list is at home. Like, how, I don't know what to buy. And now she's not at home. I am there right now. Got the location reminder that you buy groceries because I passed the shop, but now I don't have the list. So what am I buying? So that kind of stuff. It's stupid stuff, but it makes a big difference. I went into so many rabbit holes doing research about this stuff.
Is that this project with the name I may or may not say?
I haven't. Yeah, man. Let's just say.
Does it tie into that, or is it a different part of it?
It does. So I've got one. So basically, the manifestation of the year of disposition is resulted in. Well, a part of it resulted into Project Phoenix, which is burn down all of the systems and rise again from the ashes. So I'm questioning everything. I mean, I've been using Todoist for years, and I'm basically at the point now where I'm probably going to ditch it.
Ooh.
Yes, I've been doing a lot of thinking. I'm burning down a lot, and I'm starting over. So I'm kind of I'm not task managerless right now. I'm personal task managerless at the moment. So I made a big decision this year. If I want to manage my family as well, I can't have something that just that I'm using on my own. And Todoist, for many reasons, isn't working for my wife.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not a tool that she's going to use, so that means I can't use Todoist. So I'm ditching Todoist. I'm pretty sure I'm ditching Todoist. I'm still on. As you can hear, I'm still on the fence because I'm. No, it's just because I've used it for so long. It's like a second home.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason for it is because on the work front, we've migrated to a tool called ClickUp.
Okay.
And now what I've also done is I've created a personal private project in ClickUp, which is the stuff that all of my side projects that I work on that my wife doesn't need any involvement in. It's just easier because then it's usually a lot of that is either writing or development or something focused. So everything sits in there. That's work that I do at my tablet, phone, or PC.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, everything like that goes into ClickUp right now. I've decided that's the one decision that I have made now, because for the foreseeable future, we will be using ClickUp, and we have subscribed, and that's done. We're all in on ClickUp. It's a really, really good tool, by the way. Not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored. But yeah, so that I'm locked in there with my business partner, and that's what we're going for. So I'm using that.
Okay. Yeah.
That left my personal stuff. So chores around the house, that kind of stuff. That left that stuff in limbo. It didn't belong in ClickUp for me. Like my mind, it felt like it doesn't belong there. It shouldn't go there because I feel like it's stuff my wife should be able to add to.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Or also pick up if I'm not able to do it, or those kind of things. So I've looked at, you get a bunch of these family management apps, like stuff like Calroo and Picnic and Family Wall and FamCal and Cocoon and terrible names, but I mean there's all those kind of apps. Most of them only have iOS app for some reason and no Android apps. My wife's on Android, I'm on iOS. Don't ask why. That's the way it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
And it's just hard. It's hard to find a nice app. All I want is a to-do list app with a really good calendar integration, right? That's it.
Oh, wow.
Like nothing. Yeah, no. That's it.
That's such a low bar.
Okay. One more thing. Offline first.
Okay.
Like it has to.
Yeah.
I need to be able to be somewhere where there's terrible reception. Take a photo and upload it here and link it to a task or something, and the whole app doesn't crash or hang, or I can't link the photo, like upload fails, or like I just want easy data entry offline first, and then when it eventually gets internet access, it can sync.
Yeah.
If there's a notes kind of thing attached to it, that would be a really nice bonus. But right now, I'm happy to put that somewhere else, like either a Google Doc or Evernote or OneNote or something, because that's not something my wife's going to use day to day. The stuff that we need day to day is to-do list and calendar.
Fair, yeah.
And I'd like to have it in one app because in game theory, there's a thing called focal point or Schelling point. And basically, that is what is the go-to when you don't know where to go.
Oh, I see, yeah.
If you want any collaboration system, any company wiki, you need to have one thing that is the focal point. If someone has something in their mind and they need to go put it somewhere, there needs to be one central place that they know they can go to. And I need that one place. I need one place. I can't have Google Calendar and Todoist. I can't have two separate things. It needs to be one thing. So I haven't found it yet. I was hoping it could be Coda, but Coda, no. Your mobile app, it sucks, guys. It sucks.
You haven't even tried offline mode. The other day I was on the tube and you lose the internet, and they just have a banner saying, no offline mode. It would be great, but in the meantime, it's like, yeah, it would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Notion has kind of offline mode, but it's not great. So Notion's out. So it only works if you've visited the page before.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Obviously, I understand that, but Notion's not going to work. OneNote could work. It's just that OneNote's not a good task manager
At all.
You can do checklists, but it's all over the place. I looked at the API. I can consolidate it somewhere else with the API, get all tasks, blah, blah, blah. So I was looking at that as I need a central entry point. I don't necessarily need a central management point. I just need the central entry point. And Evernote, I'm not paying for Evernote, so the device limits might be a problem unless I just decide I'm not using it on my iPad. I'm just using it on my PC and my phone. And also Evernote's not great with tasks either. I didn't even look at their API. I don't know how they manage tasks.
Yeah, I'm also not sure.
So, okay, the one thing that we did trial that worked very well until it didn't was Basecamp. So Basecamp launched a free tier, now a personal tier, now not too long ago, which basically gives you 3 projects, 20 collaborators, and I can't remember how much storage, 1 gig of storage or something like that. Can't remember. But it's a decent free tier. And also the way we were using it, we would only ever have 1 project.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I didn't really care about the 3 project limit. So you'll see I put a screenshot in the doc as well of how I set up the project. So I literally just called it household. And there's a message board. So the message board was cool because you can create a thing. You can have categories. So you can create a post there. It's like a forum kind of.
Okay.
So you can create a thread and you can give it a category like pitch or announcement or heartbeat or whatever, but you can customize those as well, whatever. So I like the one pitch because, like, for instance, my wife wants to take her daughter to Disney on Ice this year. So that was a pitch that she created. And then inside of that pitch, I created things for like a heading for outcome, purpose, and obstacles, and how we overcome the obstacles.
Yeah.
Because each one of those things, like it's schedules, because if we want to bring other people along, like, okay, we need to align schedules. We need to figure out if they're available. There's costs involved, like what's the pricing? It's not in the budget, so how are we budgeting for it?
Yeah.
So all that stuff is literally just listing out the obstacles and how we're going to overcome them. What's the plan?
That's cool. Yeah.
So I want to be more intentional about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And also the purpose ties back to gratitude in a way, because the purpose of it is for that specific one, for the Disney on Ice, is actually to treat our daughter to something really nice, because she's just been amazing the last year. Like, really, she's I don't even have words. It's just, yeah, we just want to really show her we appreciate everything that she's doing and trying hard and just being an amazing daughter, and we want to treat her to something really cool. And she's also at the age where she can really appreciate something like that. So yeah. And there's also then the to-do section. To-dos, you can only have one level you can't have subtasks, which was strange.
Yeah.
But you can have lists.
Okay.
So we used that. I wasn't happy with the to-dos, but it was simple and it was easy and it's fine. Okay. I was like, oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
It had a docs and files section, which is cool. It's nice. I can link Google Sheet stuff. That was the other reason I was not concerned about the storage limit or whatever on the free tier, because we just use Google Docs, which takes up no space. You just link to it.
Okay.
So I linked up important documentation, will and all that kind of stuff. Finances, so our budgeting spreadsheet, and the Coda doc that we use for capturing receipts and that kind of stuff. We just linked all that stuff there. The campfire was just a chat thing that we'd never used, really. There's a shared calendar. It has a really cool feature for check-ins. So you can do questions that you can set on a schedule to ask to everyone in the project.
Ah, nice.
You can ask like gratitude questions, like what are you grateful for? And you can literally automate that to ask everyone in the project, like what are you grateful for today? And then collect those answers. I had a bunch of other ideas anyway, but I made notes. That's something to discuss in the future anyway. I haven't actually enabled that yet, because I was thinking I'm not going to overwhelm my wife.
Slowly.
Let's start slow. So literally we just use the message board, to-dos, the files, and the calendar. Like that was already more than I wanted. The problem is the app sucks.
Oh.
Like, I was in this shop, I was doing research on pricing we want to buy an exercise bike. So I was checking out prices, and I literally just wanted to take photos and attach it to that topic on the message board.
Yes.
And it was timing out, and it uploaded the images like double uploaded, and it was like it was terrible. It was so terrible. And I was like, oh, this is frustrating me. If it's frustrating me, my wife would have thrown her phone against the wall 5 minutes ago already. Yeah. This is not going to work. I really, really wanted this to work, but it's so close. So damn close. So close.
So where's that leave you? Anything else? Or
it leaves me Basecampless, but I haven't given up yet.
Okay.
Have not given up yet. I've researched a bunch of other stuff, and it brings me to the next thing, which I want to pick your brain on.
Oh, good. Okay.
So it brings me to Telegram.
Yeah. Nice.
So you have a Telegram bot, right?
I do. Yes, I do. Jarvis.
Yes.
He's still around.
So how does Telegram bots handle not being connected to the internet? Can you poll stuff to be triggered at a later stage if there's no connection?
So the bot will need to be connected all the time because it lives server side.
So that I understand. But you talking to the bot, can you send it something, but it will be processed later?
Yes.
When the message goes through?
Yes, it should be. It's imagine just WhatsApp. It's the same thing. So it'll just keep trying to send it until your internet works, and then it will go through, and then the bot will receive it like a message, and then you can do whatever processing you programmed it to do.
So what if what you send it gives you a response which you need to respond to again, but now you sent another message?
Oh, I see. Yeah, like a flow thing.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I haven't really built any of that kind of things into mine. But I would assume you can send some sort of an identifier with. So you can do links where you can click on stuff to reply, and then it auto fills in whatever text needs to be there.
Yeah.
So you can give it some sort of a ID or something to carry on the thread. There is also threads that it can do, but I haven't gotten into threads at all.
So but you can give it 2 commands in a row, and it'll just execute the 2 commands in a row, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I think this might be it then. I might have to build a Telegram bot for our family management.
I mean, that would be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, I think because the other bonus that I get for free is I speak to no one else on Telegram.
I know, it's great.
Like I don't use Telegram for anything else.
Yeah.
So, which means I can actually enable notifications on my Telegram.
Exactly. Yeah. It's way up high in my priority things. It gets notifications. It makes a sound, which is really great if you want something to annoy you all the time.
Yes.
But also, I don't want my friends to find out I'm using Telegram. So if they're listening, I definitely don't use Telegram. Don't ever message me on there. I will block you.
You will personal. Get muted. No, because that's another thing I was struggling with is, so I mute my WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I don't get any WhatsApp notification, which includes my wife.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no tiers to that kind of thing.
Yeah, so but the other thing I'll get for free is I can tell my wife we're no longer speaking on WhatsApp, we're speaking on Telegram now. And I can actually have those notifications come through. So I can actually get messages from my wife during the day, which I haven't been able to get. I'll see them whenever I see them. Okay, cool. So Telegram it is then. I'm going to have to build a bot.
Life's hard. I did want to move mine to Azure Functions hosting because at the moment it's a .NET Core app and it's quite slow and annoying to update it because I haven't Dockerized it or done anything cool to auto CI/CD it. I've been meaning to update it for a while so it doesn't annoy me with reading things on the weekend, but I haven't gotten around to do that yet. It's on the list.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. I was also thinking of doing it as a function.
I'm sure it's possible.
It makes sense to build the whole thing as a function. I'm actually thinking of building. I mean, it could even.
It's probably going to be a bunch of functions, really.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking of. It'll be a bunch of functions, which is actually pretty cool because if it's separate functions, each one of those functions could be triggered from other places as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you'll have one bot function and then a bunch of functions. executive functions, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that is my solution. Thanks for being a soundboard for that. But then I'm building my version of Jarvis pretty soon then.
Nice, that's cool.
And it'll be a family manager. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I mean that's one small part of Project Phoenix. I don't think I want to talk about everything, but the rest. I mean, I can do like a quick high level. So just rapid fire, kind of go through the other stuff. I'm relooking my assistants. So I've got Alexa, Siri, and then there's Gladys Assistant, which is an open source one. So you can host it yourself, but there's also got a hosted version that you can pay for. But I'll probably just host it myself on a Raspberry Pi. I still want to do that display as well.
Oh, right. The magic display thing?
Yeah, so I've got a salvaged laptop screen and a display controller that I bought on eBay from China that I want to turn into like a little display that I mount on my wall. Actually, it's supposed to show our minimalist dashboard.
yeah.
One day,
someday.
But yeah, I haven't had time to work on that dashboard for a very long time.
Same.
Okay, so the other areas that I'm burning down and starting from scratch: finances, email, moving along swiftly, calendars, task management, capturing in general, like where this is like capturing from the web, capturing from our phone, capturing notebook, writing stuff down, like any type of data capture. Processing of that captured data, time tracking devices, physical environments, rituals, morning and evening, and then my knowledge management.
That is a House of Daniel rebuild, really.
I am relooking everything. Yeah, to the point where I'm actually rethinking time tracking as well. Like terms of, because it's so ingrained right now, the 24/7 time tracking, that like, should I even still be doing it? What are the benefits? I might actually take a break from time tracking for a while just to experiment, because it's at that point now where I have anxiety about having gaps in my data.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's such a long streak of good data. You don't want to.
Yeah, it's a going on 3 years now of non-stop everything tracked.
Yeah, that is incredible.
I guess to a point where it's unhealthy. Potentially, where it's this thing that's always in the back of my mind, always on. I need to assess whether it has a negative impact on my mental health.
That's fair. Yeah, I did the similar relatively recently, where I thought about which things I'm tracking, and I essentially de-tagged a lot of things for tracking.
I need to think about my time tracking. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I am still tracking 24/7. Obviously, my work stuff I'll always be tracking because that's literally money.
Yeah, of course.
The other stuff I need to start assessing whether it's good for me or not. And the only way that I'll know is if I take a break from it. I'm gonna have to probably take a pretty long break from it because I've been doing it so long.
Gonna have to proper unlearn it, and then if you decide to go back, it's gonna be a whole new thing. But that also might be good. Like maybe you decide to super streamline or something. I don't know.
That's what I might actually. What I might do is. I don't. I'm sweating. Like I'm breaking out a cold sweat before I'm thinking of this. But I might nuke all of my time tracking data.
Don't do that. Definitely don't do that. No.
All of the personal.
Don't do it.
Everything.
Don't do it. No, don't do it. It's a data gold mine. Just leave it. Export it. Put it somewhere. Make sure.
Yeah. The thing is, because it's blocking me from setting up my buckets the way I want to. Because every time I want to adjust, I keep thinking about all of the legacy data I need to migrate.
Maybe create a new account, a fresh account, and then use that for a bit.
I'll figure something out. I'll figure out some. Yeah, I'll back up everything, but then I'm gonna nuke everything except my work stuff. and then I'm gonna start from scratch with my buckets, because my buckets also, with my tracking buckets or categories, it's just they don't make sense anymore, all over the place.
No. Okay. So that's the high level Project Phoenix.
Yes, that's high level project Phoenix. Yeah, so right now, so as you can hear, right now, family management is kind of high on my priority list, because it's my immediate pain point that I want to fix. Because schedules are whack, my work is pretty hectic, and we only have the one car, so social schedules interrupting work schedules, and car needing to be two places at once is not working. Yeah, so I need to. It's both a personal and a work problem that I need to fix.
Okay, good luck. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah. Anything else? Is that
Health club?
Health club.
Quick health club.
Yes, you go first.
I'm cooking now, which is great. Which means I also have an excuse to eat at a set time. So intermittent fasting is back. I've been running a lot. I've been swimming a lot. It's going really great. Health club.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Swimming. I've got a lagoon on my front porch. I should maybe consider swimming in it. Sorry, for some reason, I keep thinking swimming's not an option because our gym doesn't have a pool.
but there's also nature.
But I literally just thought about, hey, it's like an entire lagoon that I can swim in.
Yeah.
Okay. Health club right now is still running, still going strong. I'm still making food, enjoying it. We don't have fancy food delivery services here in South Africa. We do, but not where I live. The running's still going okay-ish, although I finally bit the bullet and I went to a chiropractor to get my stuff checked out. So it turns out I have, and I should have put this down because I can never remember the name, but my hip problems are not hip problems. My hip problems is I have sciatica.
Don't know what it is, but sounds scary.
It's when your sciatic nerve gets pinched because something is not in alignment. So my running, because I'm going to the chiro now and doing that stuff now, the pain is back again a bit.
Oh, right, yeah.
So health club is not as great as it was, but I'll get there again. I'm just glad that I'm seeing someone now that can help me with the problem and help me fix it.
Yeah, that's good.
So we'll see how it goes.
Good luck. I hope it goes well. I hope the pain goes away quick.
As always, I don't have anything for Observation Club, so floor is all yours.
As is tradition. I do actually have something for Observation Club, but it's also very meta because I got it while thinking about Observation Club. So my observation is, don't assume what you will remember, because you will always forget important details. And it's to do with when I'm with people or in meetings or whatever, and I want to make a quick note about something I've observed. So I pull out my notebook, or it might be on the table or whatever, and then I write down something. But it's always, I try and write down as little as possible to not get fully pulled out from the actual moment of where I was in, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I'm just going to write down these 3 scribbles because I know it's about that, right? Mm-hmm. And then every single time when I go back to it, I'm like, what the hell did I write here and why? So I've got a couple of notes with big question marks now going, what? So now I'm making a point of writing more information down. It's annoying, but gotta do it.
That is interesting. And it's very true. I found that happening with me a lot.
So annoying. We always think our brains will be great, and then they go, no. I forgot there was a shiny thing.
No. Brains are terrible blobs of terribleness.